India achieves major milestone of 100 crore COVID-19 vaccination. Prime Minister Modi thanks doctors, nurses and all those who worked to achieve this feat. Chief Minister Nongthombam Biren makes clarion call on achieving 100% COVID-19 vaccination to curb COVID-19 pandemic in Manipur. Manipur reports 81 new COVID-19 cases, 94 recoveries and 1 death in past 24 hours. COVID positivity rate stands at 4.59%. Elections of President and Standing Committee members of All Manipur Working Journalists Union for 2021-2022 term scheduled on October 23rd. And India adds 18,454 fresh COVID-19 cases, 17,561 recoveries and 160 deaths in past 24 hours. Recovery rate stands at 98.15%. Good evening and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English News. To stay protected from coronavirus, wash your hands frequently, wear your masks properly and maintain a safe distance. And I'm PREMI THANGJAM, bringing you the news in details. India has achieved the major milestone of administering 100 crore doses of COVID-19 vaccines under the nationwide vaccination drive. Union Health Ministry said more than 48 lakh vaccine doses were administered in the last 24 hours. Commenting on the feat, Prime Minister Narendra Modi says the country witnesses the triumph of Indian science, enterprise and collective spirit of 130 crore Indians. He congratulates India on crossing 100 crore vaccinations. He also expresses gratitude to doctors, nurses and all those who worked to achieve this feat. World Health Organization Southeast Asia Regional Director Dr. Poonam Khetrapal Singh also congratulates on achieving the milestone.
Huge congratulations to India for marking yet another milestone, 1 billion COVID-19 vaccine doses administered. The extraordinary feat in a short span was not possible without strong political leadership, intersectoral convergence, dedicated efforts of the entire health and frontline workforce and the people themselves. India's progress must be viewed in the context of the country's commendable commitment and efforts to ensure these life-saving vaccines are accessible globally.
Mr. Nongthombam Biren made a clarion call to the public on achieving 100% COVID-19 vaccination to curb COVID-19 pandemic in Manipur. The Chief Minister made the appeal while flagging off 15 COVID vaccination express vehicles to Imphal East districts from the Chief Minister's bungalow in Imphal today. State Health Department and Care India jointly initiated a drive to vaccinate every eligible resident of the district. Fully trained team of the medical department will visit every household on the vehicles which are fully equipped with necessary vaccination devices. Chief Minister N. Biren stressed that COVID vaccination is the only sure means to protect oneself from COVID-19. He said the state government aims to carry out 100% vaccination of all the eligible people in Manipur. He disclosed that another 90 vehicles will arrive shortly to carry out COVID vaccination drive in all the remaining districts of Manipur.
Positivity rate 3.845 level thus our effort is to reduce to zero. April vaccination India given 100 crore 35 crores coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic sidagi akoi punamuk sep oinanaba madugi pandemic manipur gi leiba praja punamuk 100% ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯄꯦꯟꯗꯦꯃꯤꯛꯁꯤꯗꯒꯤ ꯉꯥꯛꯊꯣꯛꯅꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤ ꯒꯣꯔꯃꯦꯟꯠꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯄꯥꯟꯗꯝꯅꯤ.
Chief Minister Nongthongban Biren also said that the government is considering to reopen schools and colleges. However, an in-depth discussion is required on the matter, as saving people's lives is the government's top priority. He appealed to take befitting role in curbing coronavirus pandemic so that educational institutions can be reopened once the situation improves. And Biren also said that medical expert teams have been dispatched to take stock of rising COVID infection among children in Churchandpur district. He appealed to all unvaccinated people not to take part in public gatherings, including political meets. Ministers, MLAs and health department relevant officials were present on the event.
Positivity rate under 3.845 level under. Thus, our effort is to reduce to zero. April toning in vaccination. Nasi India given 100 crore. You go in a 35 crores. Say, Sishu, Atuma Tumber, Loy the Kapu number. High coronavirus, COVID-19, pandemic city gave me put about 7.1. Manipur Manipur production was 7% high level pandemic study.
Bharatiya Janata Yuva Morcha Manipur unit congratulated Prime Minister Narendra Modi-led government on India successfully completing 100 crore COVID-19 vaccination, becoming the first ever country with the highest number of people being administered with the vaccine. Celebrating the achievement, BJYM Manipur handed over edible items and gifts to COVID-19 frontline warriors. Meanwhile, Manipur reported 81 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 out of 1,762 samples tested in the last 24 hours. Today's COVID positivity rate stands at 4.59%. As per the latest report from State Health Department and COVID-19 Common Control Room, total confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Manipur have reached 1,23,051. One COVID patient from Imphal East died in the past 24 hours. Death toll has reached 1,905. On a positive note, 94 recoveries were reported in the past 24 hours, rising the total recovered cases to 1,19,800. Manipur's COVID recovery rate stands at 97.36%. Governor of Manipur, La Ganeshan, visited Thoubal and Kakching district today. He took stock of various developmental activities taken in the two districts. District administration Thoubal and Kakching jointly organized a reception function for the governor at Thoubal DC complex. Thoubal DC Antem Shobas, Kakching DC D Kangmei and national awardee Mutum Tombi Macha were present on the occasion. La Ganeshan interacted with district-level top officials and representatives of civil bodies who drew the governor's attention towards improving sports, education, agriculture and health sectors in the two districts. They requested the governor to construct a full-fledged district hospital in Kakching district. The governor listened to the concerns and assured of taking necessary actions on the matters. He appreciated police personnel and employees of health and education departments in Thoubal and Kakching districts for their tireless service. La Ganeshan also visited Khongtom War Memorial Complex and paid floral tributes to the martyrs of Manipur.
These are the only two sentences I know in Manipur. I am very particular in this particular tour, the first tour. I am very particular to ask about the progress that is being made in the health aspect, health department, cleanliness, health. Of course, I will often come here and definitely I will study the other aspects also. I am happy after seeing the report that the literacy rate of this district is 77%. I appreciate it. So definitely that will increase also because other infrastructure, schools and
Churachandpur District Police observed the 61st Police Commemoration Day today at the SP office premises in Tuibong. Attendees paid floral tribute to police personnel who had laid down their lives during the line of duty by laying wreaths at their memorial. Floral tributes were also offered to the portrait of rifleman Nabakanta Sharma, a personnel of one IRB who got killed during election to duty in Bihar last year. Late Nabakanta's father, Churachandpur SP Shivnan Survey IPS Virtual SP and several police officers attended the event which began with displaying the Guard of Honor by Sub-Inspector Thangboy. It may be mentioned that the nation has been marking Police Commemoration Day since the Chinese army have killed 10 CRPF personnel and injured 7 personnel at Hot Spring in Jammu and Kashmir's Ladakh on October 21st of 1959. Kaching District Police also celebrated Police Commemoration Day at District SP Office Complex today. SP Kaching Victoria Yingkom led people in paying floral tribute to the portraits of 7 late personnel of Kaching District Police who laid down their lives while on duty. General salute was offered to the late martyrs. District Police Kaching presented humble gifts to bereaved families at the event. Election of President and Standing Committee members of All Manipur Working Journalists Union AMJU for 2021-2022 term will be held on October 23rd. As per the decision taken at AMJU General Body meeting today, Senior Advocate T.H. Ibohal will be the election returning officer and N. Satyajit will be the presiding officer. Senior journalists Samom Sababati and Oinam Ibochauba will serve as polling officers. AMJU members will cast their votes from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Two presidential candidates and 11 standing committee candidates will contest in the election. AMJU election committee members held a press meet in this regard at Manipur Press Club. Speaking to media, election RO T.H. Ibohal appealed to all the members to come on time to cast their votes and appeal for a free and fair election. He added that the committee will try its best to complete election counting and declare the result on the same day.
Vote adum matam chana yaribu makai ayu morning sida laktana adum ngana thada unabagi adu khudong chabadu lobiyo aduga yamdrabada pung ani da thada bamuk loidragasu karigumba loiba ngamdabai phium lagasu ani bhau manungda thumuba mi adudi manungda sanghawdna khotna laibadudi akoi adudi adum sondharaga ko thadanaba san samaduma koi pijagani volimna dorisi akoi gi fraternity marakta togadabanina yamne inna singna yamne henna propaganda tonaba khonaba khana sainaba tobidaba yamna ideal oiba tai matungda so state ki assembly election da MP election da tai organization gi election toba matamda so yamna phajana peacefully moije yamna mong ta na towi haibagi
Now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you in updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. We'll be right back. Keep watching Impact News. Welcome back after the break and you're watching Primetime English News. India added 18,454 fresh COVID-19 cases, 17,561 recoveries and 160 deaths in the past 24 hours. As per the latest report of Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, India's COVID-19 active cases have dropped to 1,78,831. Total recovered cases have reached 3,34,95,808 and recovery rate stands at 98.15%. While death toll has reached 4,52,811, India has reached 100 crore milestone of COVID-19 administration. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 24 crore, 29,36,000 people, above 49,40,000 people have died and recoveries are above 22 crore 1,88,000. USA has the highest active cases of above 95,26,000 in the world, followed by India and Brazil. Kurai MLA cum LDA Chairman El Susindro has assured of striving his best to increase the budget for arts and culture sector in Manipur. He was speaking at the Manipur Theatre Day observance and presentation of Theatre Centre Awards at MDU Hall in Yaiskol today. El Susindro, on a positive note, said that the government has started helping artists under new welfare schemes, and many more schemes for artists are in the pipeline. Theatre Centre Manipur conferred the annual Theatre Centre Awards to 3 persons on the occasion.
Artists manungsa loinum chan manina loinum to amasu loinum ngambadin natte adubo sarkar sina culture sibu amasung society sigi backbone oriba sing sibu yokhot ke haiga di akhoi mathangi lakadar budget stage da khoi culture bu pami ba drama bu pami ba sing sigi akhoi tangai fadna budget se khara hapada ka lei aduna madu hapna nabagi approach ainam soina tawani Manipur Dramatic Union na amasung moigi leiribas group sing sina pami ba sing se masi pangthokna ba koi soina honagani aduga paliba sarkar sinasu dharma bo amasung artist bu khwaidi nungsiba sarkar moina khoina sibu honari na mayam punamonasu akhoina tawjariba any artist kini haibda khoina mateng pangi buse masi akhoina government side gi amukka hena mateng pangma ngamna ba khoi honarani.
BJP State President Adhikari Mayum Sarda visited Khangabog Assembly constituency, intending candidate cum ex-executive member BJP Manipur Pradesh Kundrakpa Menjor Mangang at his residence today as a part of the Thambal campaign for BJP Khangabog Mandal in the view of the upcoming election. President of BJP Thoubal District Yumnam Kumarjit, BJP State Secretary M. Priyo Kumar, Vice President of BJP Khangabog Mandal Dr. K.H. Roman Kumar, BJP leaders and workers of BJP Khangabog Mandal were present on the occasion. BJP Manipur President Esha stressed on the vital roles of youths in bringing changes in the society. She was speaking at the one-day Youths Political Convention held at Kairak Kaithel Lampa Community Hall of Wabagai constituency today. Bharatiya Janata Yuva Morcha BJYM Wabagai Mandal organized the event. She also stressed on the roles of BJYM workers for the success of BJP in election. Vice President of BJP Manipur Pradesh cum intending candidate of Wabagai constituency Dr. Usham Deben and party leaders attended the event. One-day political discourse cum reception ceremony of INC and PF and LJP workers in BJP and declaration of support to BJP intending candidate of 54 Nungba Assembly constituency ST was held at Nungba headquarters today. Kada Minister Vangzagin, Valte political advisor to Chief Minister and Ibohal, BJP spokesperson Y. Nilamani attended the meet held under the Nungba Areas Voters Forum. Attendees unanimously resolved to support BJP-led government and the candidature of Gaidon Kamai as the BJP candidate for 54 Nungba Assembly constituency. An audio-visual awareness campaign song named Sympathy's Call was also released on the occasion. CMHT and PMJAY enrollment drive was also held on the occasion. Intending candidate of Kurai Assembly constituency K.H. Khamba has appealed to residents in the constituency to stop voting for the BJP sitting MLA of the constituency, keeping in the line with Chief Minister and Biren's announcement not to elect inefficient candidates anymore. He was speaking at the reception of his supporters from polling 3/1 to polling 3/6 of Kurai constituency today. K.H. Khamba's Central Election Committee organized the event at his residence in Kongpa. 45-day training for weavers under Samarth scheme kicked off at Sintha Handloom and Handicrafts office in Thongju Part 2 today. 25 weavers will be trained during the program organized jointly by Weavers Service Center, Imphal and Sintha Handlooms under the aegis of Ministry of Textiles, Government of India. Speaking on the occasion, Sintha Handlooms President S. Bubon said that the trainees will be provided 210 rupees daily stipend, certificate and job placements.
scheme for capacity building in textile sector Thongju part 2 gi CFC karau BLC da koina pangthok chari basi nimita nimfuga mangani koina chatha jagadabani Ministry of Textile Government of India gi adugumba akhannawa phi sabi singi training singi marakta samar scheme haibasi koina icham chamna training sing piba khakta natana koina training si pirwa matungda koi phisabi sing asi certificate piba aduga magi nomati stipend lupa sani ga tara yawba aduga nimfuga mangani si piba aduga master trainer ama aduga assistant phagi trainer ani ama hapaga hariba training si koina pahir kadabani.
First Loktak Day was observed at Loktak Mapal Kuman Eco Park, Hindian in Mayang Imphal yesterday. Loktak Day Observation cum Celebration Committee Mayang Imphal organized the event on Safe Loktak Save Our Planet theme. Speaking at the event, ex-minister K. Ratan Kumar stressed on the significance of the Loktak Lake in sustaining livelihood of the locals as well as in maintaining the ecosystem. He also expressed desire to observe Loktak Day at the state level. State Coordinator of Indian Bird Conservation Network, Birjit Ningthemcha, called upon the public for their sincere efforts to save the lake.
Maruina aige thamoida phaujaba haiba tare madudi akoi loktak si masina akoi hingan basi aduki matik akoi hingan gre loktak ki manung sida koina ujaba matamda masi pat sida gi hingi basi akoi nga thibada natana akoi gi tongan ba vegetable gi pulai makte he azu adigi haikak makte he azu amaduda hingba mayam ama thangjing makte he azu mayam ama hingre adui mathakta mafam sida koi sanga usik waya kyamasu hingnari mafam si malemi magi akoi Saktam Mama Junior Kuna Highway.
Muttum Manikanta's No to Drugs Green Our World, which flagged off from the Kangla Fort for Manipur and Assam, has reached Ziribam. Coalition Against Drugs and Alcohol Kada Ziribam District Committee, District Police Ziribam Paripuri Athobaning Singh Lub, Ziribam Forest Department and Ziri Imamira Paibi Apun Balub Jimpal accorded him a warm reception. Upon his arrival, Manikanta planted various saplings at Ningsing Khul Biodiversity Park. Online mass enrollment program for Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana PMJAY was held at Thoubal District's Moiching today. The drive was carried out under the initiative of BJP inspiring candidate of Thoubal constituency, Konsam Michael. Around 130 residents of polling station 1 to 6 were enrolled for PMJAY health card for the program. Before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. India achieves major milestone of 100 crore COVID-19 vaccination. Prime Minister Modi thanks doctors, nurses and all those who work to achieve this feat. Chief Minister Nongthomban Biren makes clarion call on achieving 10% COVID-19 vaccination to curb COVID-19 pandemic in Manipur. Manipur reports 81 new COVID-19 cases, 94 recoveries and 1 death in past 24 hours. COVID positivity rate stands at 4.59%. Election of President and Standing Committee members of all Manipur Working Journalists Union for 2021-2022 term scheduled on October 23rd. And India adds 18,454 fresh COVID-19 cases, 17,561 recoveries and 160 deaths in past 24 hours. Recovery rate stands at 98.15%. And that's all we have in this edition of the Primetime Bulletin. Thank you for joining us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipur News. For more news, you can also follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube. Till then, good night, stay indoors and stay safe.
Puja card house Pauna Bazarna, Makal Kudingi invitation card Nambi Miyam Gidama, Kudong Saba Kara Pizari. मधुदी कस्टमर सिंह इन्वाइटेशन कार्ड नंबर चंगबा टोटल अमाउंट अदुगी 10% खक पेमेंट तौबिरमलगा प्रिंटिंग लोइब फाउबगी ऑर्डर तौबिरमबा यागनी रिटेलर अमदी डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर सिंगी होइबा खुदोंजाबा खरसु पिसेरी अकुपा मरोगीदमक 03852466 अमदी 9862718197 दा कांटेक्ट तौबी लेंसिन